Greetings and welcome to Let's Play White Canvas and the Philosopher's Stone. Haha, no. Anyways, I got tagged by Liberty Denied. He's a German Let's Player, and he kinda tagged my German channel. Problem is, I don't know any German Let's Players, nor do I have lots of contact with them. The only German Let's Player, most of the German Let's Players I know only make or switch between the languages are Byron, Nachtglanz and Lady Gilvin. Well, I'm Liberty Denied, but I can't retag him. Not to mention, I think this video will get a bit more views on my English channel. Perhaps I will redo it in German on the German channel. Not sure yet. But anyways, yes, I got asked 15 questions, which I will answer now. Yay! I am in my paint tool. Yes, that's kind of the sort of professionalism we work here with. None at all. And here's the first question. How did you come about to make videos on YouTube? Well, when I made this channel, I didn't really plan on making videos. I just made this channel to subscribe to certain channels like the AVGN, Armake21. It all started with video game reviewers. But one of them, I think the first Let's Play I saw was from the Gaming Goose, who Let's Played Captain Power, some NES game. Yeah, it's quite enjoyable. And I was looking for other games at this time then on YouTube and found I think Kikoskia was one of the first Let's Players I found, and I kinda watched a lot of his videos. And yeah, well, a lot of people were suggesting Let's Plays to him, and I was like, well, I highly doubt he will play any of them ever. Or if he plays them, then mostly because he just wants to play them. But I kinda wanted to ask him if he wants to do a Let's Play of Dungeon Master, because Dungeon Master is one of my favorite games, and I think nobody at this time ever made a Let's Play of this game. Well, and I was like, wait a second. You know this game like the back of your hand. Why don't you Let's Play this? So I checked for the software. That's how you remove the border. So I checked for some software and, well, started Let's Playing. I honestly, if I had known I would make videos with this channel, I wouldn't have called it Elanarae, which was my female night elf warrior at the time. Then again, I usually call myself Alamar, Shelton from the Might Magic series, or Muxine, which is a magician from one of a famous German horror novel series, John Sinclair. I doubt anyone would be able to speak out his name, so it doesn't matter. I think it's funny how many different variations of my nickname I heard so far. It's Elanarae. Elanarae. Not Elanarae. Elanarae. Two words, kinda, in one word. Anyways, yeah, that's the reason. I wanted a Let's Play of Dungeon Master on YouTube, and I stuck with it so far, because Let's Playing is quite enjoyable, but more on this later. Anyways, let's remove this, and the second question. Whoop. Do you drink alcohol? If yes, why? And what is your opinion of anti-alcoholics? If no, why not? And what do you think of people who drink alcohol? Tough question. No, not really. My alcohol consumption is 1 bottle of Baileys per year. per winter to be exact. I don't drink a lot of alcohol. Well, like I said, one bottle of Baileys because that's the only alcohol that kind of tastes good for me. There are several reasons why I personally don't like alcohol. First of all, I know it's not healthy. Well, not healthy in masses. So if you drink too much, it's unhealthy. It doesn't really matter if you drink something from time to time. But yeah, I also don't smoke. I don't like this stuff that's immediately dangerous to your health. Yes, I know I mentioned a lot of time that I am overweight and stuff, which isn't healthy either, but you can drink something else, you cannot smoke, it's kinda hard to stop eating. Sure I could start eating more broccoli or something. Anyways, um, yes, that's the first reason, it's unhealthy in masses. The second reason is I don't like the taste of most alcohol. When I drank, when I tried out beer, I mean, I tried out alcohol. It's not like I was, oh, never. I tried out alcohol, and not much, mind you. I think I was drunk one time in my entire life. I puked in the bathroom of a friend of mine, and I said, never again. Um, yes, like I said, I don't like the taste of most alcohol. Bailey's is kinda, even though people say, oh, it's a women drink, ooh, I don't give a fuck. And even Baileys are usually mixed with hot chocolate or something. um, and the third, and for me, most important reason is I have a very sensitive stomach. And if I drink alcohol, this stomach turns into a bottle of lava. And it's not worth it. It's really not worth it to drink some alcohol and the next day I feel like pain. I feel like the avatar of pain, and it's not really, no, not worth it. What do I think of people who drink alcohol? As long as they do it in, well, as long as they don't overdo it, and as long as they don't drive, it's totally fine with me. I I never tell people what I have to do. If someone enjoys alcohol, fine with me. I don't care. As long as they don't be like, oh, you don't drink alcohol, you're so uncool. Anyways, 1 second. Back. Sorry. I had to cough. Anyways, let's go to the next question. Question number 3. What game is responsible for whipped out hair and frustration? Very good question. I think it depends on the time I played. I usually don't go like anymore like when I was a kid. When I was younger, I usually threw my controller through the whole room and stuff and things like that in frustration. But a certain game that was responsible for whipped out. Honestly, no idea. There's no single game that crystallizes itself to show me. I'm usually a pretty good player, so don't need to whip out my hair. Perhaps the old beat 'em ups, stuff like that. I'm really not good at beat 'em ups, stuff like Ball Brothers or Knights of the Round, King of Dragons. Uh, yeah, but since I know that I'm not good at these games, I think the most frustrating game I played was Wizardry 5 for that Super Nintendo. Yes, this game could really fuck you up. Anyways, yeah, people may say, oh, what about Super Ghouls and Ghosts? I wouldn't say that I've ever felt frustrated with this game. Not really. I usually stop playing when I feel like I cannot beat this game. or I need to train more. But since I know I have to train more, I can't get frustrated because it's my fault. So, anyways, let's carry on. Whoop. Why did the idea of a plumber who beats up turtles turn out to be that good? I think the main reason for this is that people in the past had a lot more imagination, and they didn't have had the need to, oh, everything must be so realistic. I want realistic games. Just look at games in the past and compare them with today's games. Today's games, we have either our well-known franchises like God of War, stuff like that, or Modern Warfare, stuff like that. I think people kind of, people in the past were kind of, yes, and never mind. I think the simplicity of this idea and giving kids this imaginative world, not to mention a lot of merchandise and stuff like that. I think I never really cared for Mario, honestly, but I really enjoyed the show. I really liked the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, even though it was cheesy as hell. I think the production value was about, I think if I go to McDonald's, that's more expensive than one episode of this show. But the sad thing is you can't have something like this nowadays. Just imagine they would do something like the Super Mario Bros. Super Show nowadays. No. If there's no $5 million budget in one episode, then what's this? So crappy, I hate it. Yeah, people were pretty happy with less things, I think. Yeah. I think that's why Mario had a chance there. I doubt he would have a chance today. I doubt there hasn't been a new franchise in this kind of way. Same with Sonic. I mean, Sonic. Okay, Sonic nowadays, let's not talk about it. But even Sonic in the past, or 20 years ago, as I always say past, 20 years ago, you couldn't have something like this today. Zelda, perhaps, maybe. People like the medieval stuff. See World of Warcraft. But yeah, I think it's because people were happier with less and still had some sort of imagination and don't want to be like, oh, it has to be so realistic. Anyways, what's your opinion of the social situation of your country? Honestly, no idea. I don't read newspaper and I don't watch the news. People may say, oh, that's because you're a basement dweller. Oh, no. The problem is I don't trust the media anymore. Because since this whole video games are responsible for every bad thing in the world. I mean, the German media even blamed the riots in England to video games. Yes, they did. Or the massacre in Oslo. Yes, video games really made him snap and shoot 80 whatever people. No. That's why I'm really not up to date with the social situation of our country, of my country. The thing is, we have a social state, we kinda care for people, and I always say as long as people kinda give something back, or at least try to get a job and stuff, the media, yes, against the media, often depicts people really bad. We have this Hearts 4, which is kinda like If you're unemployed for quite some time, you get this social money, but a friend of mine got this kind of money once, and she said what people always say in the media, totally not true. You can't just sit around lazy, have a thumb up your bum and stuff like that. At least not after you got it for a year, because they are after that you get a job and stuff. So I would say I think it's not as bad as the media depicts it to be. That's all I want to say. Okay, that was the first block. Let's start with the second block. Oop. First question of the second block. How old were you when you started playing video games? I honestly can't remember. I was playing video games since kindergarten because when I was in kindergarten, my mother usually had to work a bit longer. Then the kindergarten was available at this time. So I was off at my grandmother and my uncle. And my uncle had an Amiga. So he was usually studying when I came to my grandmother from kindergarten. And it's kind of strange to say kindergarten, because it's a German word. Yes, you stealing thieves. Anyways. Yeah, so I was playing Amiga when I was in kindergarten, and before that, yeah, Atari. Which I think comes to the next question. I kinda answer the next question. What was your first console and how did you get it? My first own console. Yeah, console, that's the problem. I had an Amiga as first, and it's not really a console, it's a home computer. So if you go by consoles, then the Game Boy. My brother had an Atari, which I played, but my first real console was the Game Boy first, or it's Super Nintendo? Now I'm confused. It was either the Game Boy or Super Nintendo. I think I had the Game Boy first. Yes, I had the Game Boy. Yes, definitely. I had the Game Boy first, and then the Super Nintendo. And yeah, how did I get it? Mostly birthday present or Xmas. I hate paint. What game did you love to play as a child? Dungeon Master. Yes. When I was at my uncle, it was mostly Dungeon Master. If it didn't, well, yeah, it didn't really want to work sometime. It was a pretty crappy copy of this game. I bought I Have the Beholder, which didn't work on my Amiga for some reason, but it worked on his. So I Have the Beholder 2, when I was at him. Different games. I really liked playing the Fairy Tale Adventure and things like that. When I got my Super Nintendo, I never really stuck to a game, to be honest, for a long time. So the game I'm still playing over and over and over again is still Dungeon Master. Yes, Dungeon Master. Ooh, fourth question. What game do you play the most at the moment? EverQuest. I bought the newest expansion of Steam a few days ago, and yes, I've been playing EverQuest since then. I don't really play a lot anymore in my free time, especially not at the moment, because yes, work. This week I was 55 hours at work. Today is Saturday, and I was 6 hours on a Saturday at work. Usually I have 5 days per week at 8 hours per day, so you can imagine that at the moment I don't have a lot of free time. And the few free time I have, I usually do my Let's Plays. or silly tagging videos. No, I can enjoy doing this. Yes, or I play EverQuest. If I'm playing something, I play EverQuest, or I watch YouTube videos, or Wars a bit. But at the moment, EverQuest. It's really enjoyable. I kind of like this nostalgic feeling it gives me again, because uh, it's kind of like, yes, I haven't visited Norris, it's the world of EverQuest, for over 7 years, and a bit changed, a lot stayed the same, and it really feels good to just explore the world again and be like, oh, I remember sitting there, grinding, killing these things. Oh, that's where I started my Necromancer epic quest. Stuff like that. Really, really enjoy. Really enjoy. Next question. Name your top 3 of current games. None. Honestly, none. Define current games, please. The problem is the last game I bought was Borderlands, which was already cheaper. Quite enjoyable game. It's not really a current game or something. I'm really not interested anymore in current games. It's not because I can't play them on my PC most of the time, but even on the Xbox, there's so few. Today's RPGs suck, really suck. I hate them with a passion. Oh, people will be like, oh, Skyrim, Skyrim. Yes, I am looking forward to Skyrim. Honestly, I do. But after Oblivion, even Morrowind was kinda so, it was kinda the breaking point. I did enjoy Morrowind because it had a very good mix of combat, skills, monsters, and dialogues. But Oblivion, no, 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 no. And with I was so looking forward to Dragon Age. Dragon Age was the game that broke my spine. Dragon Age was, I was so looking forward to Dragon Age, and then I was playing it, and I was like, could you guys please stop talking? Oh. Anyways, it doesn't really answer the question. I guess my top 3 of my recently purchased games would be Might and Magic 7, which I got in the Might and Magic collection of GOG, EverQuest, and I did enjoy playing yeah, that's it. I did buy quite a lot of junk from GOG the past few days, weeks. I'm not really happy. Anyways, carrying on. What game deserves a sequel in your opinion? The problem is, how would this game be? Would it be like the past game, just with improved graphics, or would it be converted into modern gaming culture? Because if it would be converted into modern gaming culture, then I hope none of the older games gets ever a sequel, because they would only be destroyed horribly. Oh, I'm so not looking forward to the new XCOM game. Oh no. If it would stick to its old formula, I would kinda like a sequel of Dungeon Master, of course. I know there was Dungeon Master 2. I know it wasn't that bad, but yeah. It's no Dungeon Master 1. I guess another game that kind of deserves a good sequel would be the XCOM games, the early 2, because this new XCOM game, I guess with today's technology, we could make a very good Ultima game that may be a good for a sequel too, but I personally would like to have a Dungeon Master. Perhaps not with one dungeon, perhaps several dungeons, but handmade dungeons with riddles, puzzles, obstacles, monsters, and not just, oh, Oblivion style, 5,000 dungeons who all look the same. You want treasure? No. What's your hobby? Oh, wait. Wait a second. What's your hobby and passion next to Let's Playing? Coding. Simple as that. That's why I became a software engineer, because I love coding. I love good coding. I know it sounds really dorky, but I don't care. I'm a coder by nature, I'm a coder by heart. I love coding. I really wish I could have more time to do some private stuff, coding, like finally creating a game. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I kind of missed the motivation. Coding for 40 hours per day, well, it's not really just coding, there are a lot of planning and stuff, but mostly coding. You kind of feel exhausted at the afternoon and don't feel like, oh, I start up something on my own now. And on the weekends, I'm usually just sleeping. I will most likely take a nap after I'm done with this video. Oh yes, I will upload this video tomorrow on Sunday, because I already uploaded something today. Yes, it's coding. If I read books, it's mostly about coding, clean code, how to improve your code, new coding techniques. I rarely read anything not coding related. I don't really have a lot of hobbies per se. I kind of want to try to get more hobbies, but I cannot draw worst shit. I really can't. And other things, like reading a book, I'm not a book reader, because yeah, if I read a book, I might as well do something for my curriculum vitae and read more books that can improve my coding skills. But other than that, I'm not really interested in making music. I like listening to music, but yeah, coding. Oh, that's going to be a long answer now. What console handhelds do you own? I owned an Amiga. I have no idea where it went. My brother gave me his Atari. I have a Super Nintendo. I had a Game Boy. I had a 3DS until my mother got it. Anyways, I have a PlayStation 2. I have a GameCube. I have an Xbox. Well, obviously I have a PC, even though that's either console nor Game Boy, handheld. I have a Schneider PC. That's again a personal computer. I don't care. And that's kinda it. I wouldn't call myself a Nintendo fanboy, even though I own 2 or 3 of the 4 of the consoles. But I never really cared for the Sega, since I had a Nintendo when I was younger, and I didn't get a second console. My parents wouldn't buy me one. Hell no. And yeah, stuff like that. I got the PS2 really late, and so I wasn't really that thrilled of it. I have a lot of good games for it, and when I finally got one, I was thrilled of it. But getting one, I was like, I have a PC. Anyways, whoop. Names your top 3 game series. Mega Man, Zelda, and Dungeon Master? No. It's not a game series per se. Good question. What's the third one? I would. Oh yes, the Might and Magic, of course. So Mega Man, Zelda, Might and Magic. Simple as that. I like Mega Man because of the platforming. It's a very challenging game series. I like Zelda because of its puzzle elements. That's why I let's played most of them. And I love the Might and Magic series for its RPG aspects. Dun. So, and the last question. Whoop. Some final words about gaming and let's playing. Let's start with gaming. I already mentioned this in my rant video. What kinda bothers me, that kinda goes into the let's playing part 2, is this elitism that's kinda in gaming nowadays. If you've played World of Warcraft, if you did some let's plays, if you played any online game, or showed your games online, there's so much elitism. I'm so much better than you because I have better pixels. Oh, I could beat this game in 10 seconds less than you. You suck. I really hate this. And the same is fanboys. Oh, I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I hate everyone who has a PlayStation 3. Oh, the PlayStation 3 is superior to everyone. Why can't people just enjoy their own consoles and stop getting on my tits for everything they do? I don't care what other people play, and they shouldn't care either what I'm playing. I have an Xbox. I stated several times why I have an Xbox. I don't need a PlayStation 3 because I barely play my Xbox. That's the main reason why I don't own a PlayStation 3 at the moment. I could afford one. I don't want to afford one. Simple as that. Or this elitism. Oh, you were playing World of Warcraft. Oh, this game sucks so hard. Ah, I played it for a whole week and if you don't like it, that's totally fine. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. If you like something and I don't, I never told someone off because they didn't like something I liked, or vice versa. I don't understand this elitism. I don't understand this hate, this pure hate of fanboys that's going on nowadays. There's enough, like I said in my last video, there's enough hate in this world. We really don't need hate in video games. I don't know if there are other subcultures who are like this. I don't know if people go up to someone in a Magic the Gathering tournament. Oh, you used this card. Oh, I hate this card. You suck for having this card. Or I play a black deck. Everyone who plays blue sucks. I hate them with a passion. I don't know if it's like that in Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever. I was a moderator in Yu-Gi-Oh forum and people were kinda like harmless there. It wasn't like in gaming. Ooh. Every time I open the World of Warcraft forum, it's always like bitching. Oh, Death Knights are too strong, and and this is too strong, and this is too hard, and I don't want any more. Why do people care so much? Why? If you can't defeat a the funny thing is they're always complaining about bullshit reasons. It's in PvE, if you play player versus environment, raids, if you have a strong class in the raid, you should be happy about that because he makes it easier for you to kill stuff. Sure, people may argue, well, why bring a mage if you can bring a death knight? Sure, but it won't stay that long. In EverQuest, nobody cared because we didn't have a certain amount of people who can only attend a raid. We usually slew 70 people at a boss and, well, he died. there was nobody like... I was playing a necromancer. My main job was pumping mana into the clerics and doing some damage while doing it. Nobody knew how much damage you did in EverQuest, unless you had some certain log parsers and stuff like that. I think if people would stop seeing the numbers, they wouldn't care anymore how good or bad someone is, because they would know. And that's this elitism in gaming nowadays. Now I go over to Let's Playing. This elitism in Let's Playing. Oh, you did a mistake there. Oh, you have to play like this. Oh, you cheated by loading. Oh, you did this. Oh, you did that. I sometimes read comments from people where I wonder to myself, why don't you play the game yourself? If you can play this game so perfectly well in every situation that there is, why don't you show it to the people? Stop this backseat gaming and man up and show yourself. I hate people who have never made a single Let's Play video in their whole life, but somehow they can do everything better than oneself. Well, fine, prove it. And even if you are better than me, then I don't give a flying fuck. Let's Play is not about skill. Let's Playing is about entertainment. That's the difference. That's a huge difference. There are no rules to Let's Playing. Some people act like there are certain rules. Certain rules on what is a blind Let's Play. Certain rules on how skillful you have to be in order to play a game. Certain rules on how you have to name your videos. Yes, people told me I should name my videos differently. I'm like, what? What? Seriously? What? People bitch about everything nowadays, and it's not just a gaming and Let's Playing thing. People bitch too much. They are totally... I don't know if it was always like that, but I really can't remember people bitching so much in the past. Then, if you read some YouTube comments on certain Let's Player or of certain people, then you just shake your head. You shake your head in disgust. How do you care talking to another person in this way? Just because he's playing a video game. He's playing a video game. He's offering free entertainment. I don't say you have to like everything just because it's free entertainment. Like I said in my rant video, if you don't like something, do not watch it. It's the same with Spoonie, for example. When Spoonie makes his Final Fantasy videos, he gets so much hate from the people. Sure, you may not agree with him, but he's entitled to his opinion. You don't like his opinion, don't watch his videos. It's not like he's shoving it into your face like, oh, look at me, look at me, look at me. It would be like if I follow some people around and comment on everything they write, like, rah, 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 rah. I hate your opinion. As long as they stay out of my videos, they can have their opinion as much as they want. I don't give a flying fuck. Sure, I called some people out on Twitter a few days ago, where I read some comments of someone who made really strange Let's Play suggestion comments to someone else. And I was like, why don't you play the game yourself? Seriously. Newfie Banga mentioned this about sometimes in his tweets or videos or whatever, or comments. The I forgot his name. There is a Let's Play out there with 230,000 subscribers, and I never heard of him. No, it's not Chaka Convoy. I know of Chaka Convoy. SS3O something? I don't know. He also made a video sarcastically apologizing for stuff like dying in video games, not playing 100%, not playing a certain way, blah 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 blah. For me, Let's Playing is about entertainment. I watch other people play a game. I don't watch other people beat a game. There's a difference. I like to watch RPG, playing some role-playing games. He usually tries not to die in his role-playings, in his LPs, which is totally fine. I personally don't give a fuck. When I play my Magic and my whole party dies, load state, load, simple stat. He loads too, of course, but I'm not like, oh, I have to be careful, because in most my Magic games, you saw it in my last Let's Play, you open a chest, boom, party dead. I like to watch Over the Gun, and he kinda, like I said, he doesn't play perfectly. He plays Jumpin' Ones pretty well. Some Jumpin' Ones, I would say I'm better than him, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. But other Jumpin' Ones, like Super Meat Boy, I doubt I would have the patience to beat this game as a Let's Play. Same with I Wanna Be the Guy. I did play I Wanna Be the Guy privately, and it's quite a hard game, kind of enjoyable sometimes. But I wouldn't Let's Play it because I doubt it would be enjoyable. And that's it. I'm not going to say, oh, I watch Over the Gun because he's so awesome at video games. No, I like his style. It's the same reason why I watch Kikoskia. I like his style. If I wouldn't like their style, I wouldn't watch them. That's simple as that. It's not like I'm saying such because I don't like don't watch someone that I hate this person or I think they are making bad Let's Plays. I rarely watch. I had this discussion lots of times with Lady Gaga. I rarely watch one of her videos, not because I think they are bad. No, they are pretty good. But I don't like her commenting style. That's all. And she knows that. I told her, well, I'm sorry. I like a different commenting style. I like people who talk about the game, make fun of the game, or explain more about the game. And her commenting style is very mixed, with a lot of real life stuff and stuff like that. And I personally make my Let's Plays how I like to watch Let's Plays. I don't mind if people use save states. I don't mind if people load games. I don't mind if people play badly. I personally prefer people who play a bit badly. And they don't have to play perfectly. I often sit there, oh, you have to do this like... It would have been better if you did this like that. But I wouldn't comment this. I wouldn't write a comment telling the person, oh, you should have done this and that. Well, because I know how it is when you do Let's Plays. You try your best to keep the game going. You try your best to keep the game going to make it enjoyable for your viewers. And depending on your experience with the game, you have different reactions. It's always like this. It's in every situation in history of mankind. It depends on the experience how someone reacts in a quick way. If you're an experienced player in XCOM, for example, and suddenly something unexpected happens, then you react totally differently because you did this situation several thousand times before, because you played this game so unbelievably often. But if you are a newbie or you didn't play this game as often, you totally react differently. So the person who is experienced and sees this, he will be like, oh, you should have reacted like this and this and this. Or people who, even if they are not experienced, but they see this video and then they can concentrate on what's happening on the video. When I'm let's playing, I do concentrate on what's happening in the video in the game, of course, but I also try to be entertaining. For me, let's playing is not just some guy sitting there, oh, I'm playing a game and recording myself. I don't give a fuck if it's entertaining or not, I just upload videos. No, that's not let's playing for me. Let's playing is about explaining the game, talking about the game, keeping people entertained. With the game, of course. I wouldn't watch a let's player who does stand-up comedy while playing a game, for example. But that's the reason why I watch let's plays and why I make let's plays. I enjoy making them. If people would stop being so elitist, and if people would just enjoy the things they enjoy, and if you don't enjoy them, then don't watch them. And I'm not alone with this opinion. I saw a lot of let's players who are like this. Even OTG in some of his let's plays always said, if you don't like the playing style of someone, don't criticize them, stop watching them. You're one of many. Your opinion doesn't care. If most of my subscribers tell me, hey, it would be nice if you would do this and that, okay, fine, yes, okay. Many opinions versus one opinion. But telling someone, or one of these let's players who complained about this thing, like, was the one with 210,000 subscribers, and if one person goes up to him and says, oh, you should change this and that, I doubt he would care. I really doubt he would care. Anyways, this has been going on for quite some time. I did enjoy this. I have to do some tagging on my own now. So I'm not going to tell these people that I tagged them, because I'm pretty sure they hopefully will watch this video. The first person I tag is, of course, Lady Gilvin. Oh, who knew? The second person I'm going to tag is Darth Helmet. 89 was it? I don't know. I don't care. You old fart. Oh, he's younger than me. Doesn't matter. The third person I'm going to take is CPC Gamer. You should actually watch these people. Well, you already know Lady Gilvin. Duh. Das Helmet does a lot of adventure games. He did some of the Police Quest games. I'm not sure if he finished all of them or one of them. He did for the Parkers. Very enjoyable. I watched this Let's Play. And the moment he's doing Veil of Darkness and Oblivion. Quite enjoyable. Watch it. CPC Gamer, you will become dizzy if you watch him. Haha, I hate myself for this pun. He did almost all of them, of the Dizzy games of the C64. The thing is, I did watch them, some of them, quite enjoyable. I don't have a huge connection to the C64. I never owned one, I never played on one. And yeah, so, but hey, that's why they are Let's Plays, so you can enjoy games you couldn't enjoy as a kid. Simple as that. So, yes, I'm going to tag these three people. I wouldn't know someone else who watches my videos regularly, and I don't want to just be like, oh wait, yes. Ha! Everyone who wants to post a video response to this video with their own answers to their questions. The Let's Playing things, if you don't feel like, if you're not a Let's Player yourself, then just skip these questions or answer something else. Like, just change Let's Playing with gaming. And the final question, some final words about gaming and gaming, yes. only gaming one time. Anyways, if you want to post a video response, feel free to. And I will post all of these questions in the description box. And that's it for now. Yes. So that were the 15 questions. I will most likely lay down now, take a huge nap. I'm so fucking tired. Yeah. I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And we will see each other soon. So take care and goodbye.